I'm here to show the world, come on, Conor McGregor. Can Dolph Ziggler show Conor that he's a badass, or is he just going to show everybody worldwide what we already know, and that he is a jobber? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We had a lot of action there over the weekend. There was a lot of boxing events on there. Normally that wouldn't really matter in the world of wrestling because wrestling fans don't really care about boxing or real life fights or anything other than vanilla midgets in tights. But Johnny Morrison, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Impact, Johnny Lucha, Johnny, call him what you want.
Johnny Infinite.
Johnny TKO.
Johnny Monroe.
Johnny Knockout gets a. How about Johnny? He gets a sex change and he becomes Johnny Knockout, and then he knocks people out and wins the women's knockout championship.
Joey Mercury's tag team partner.
That one's shite.
Melina's ex-boyfriend.
Nah, you're getting worse here. Anyway, the point is, John Morrison won his boxing debut. He knocked out some guy that we've never heard of.
And he went, you know what, actually, I'm going to call it the Pauls. Fuck the Pauls, I'm going to call out KSI.
He says to Seth Rollins, oh wait, some other guy called it Seth Rollins anyway, he calls it KSI. Then after that, some guy called Dad wins a fight. That's his name, Dad. Big YouTuber called Dad.
He calls it Seth Rollins?
He says to Seth Rollins, instead of fighting these celebrities who can't win a boxing match, why don't you fight somebody who just did? So took a dig at Logan Paul. He wants to face Seth Rollins. And then we get Dolph Ziggler, of course, cannot be overshadowed, called out Conor McGregor. And he wants to take on Con. We've got a small video here that will show you Dolph Ziggler calling out Conor McGregor. This is it here, and then we'll give you our opinion on what he had to say.
And he's called us out a couple times, so I appreciate that, and I can go a little bit, so I would still do it.
Where would you, in the octagon or in your you know, like?
Why not make it a best of three? Octagon, boxing match, wrestling, fighting, WWE, and then set it all up for the best out of 7 at WrestleMania. I mean, that's just where the money is, but
you're down for
not
whatever.
Everybody can go and back it up, but some of us can.
So there you go. Ziggler said it doesn't matter where this matchup takes place. Octagon, boxing match, wrestling, fighting, WWE. He doesn't care, but he thinks it should end in a best of 3 at WrestleMania, because that's where the money is. He says not everybody can back it up, but some of us can, insinuating that he can back it up. What's your thoughts on Dolph Ziggler? Do you think he should fight McGregor? Do you want to see him fight McGregor? Do you think he can back it up?
I mean, I have never seen Dolph Ziggler in a MMA/boxing/UFC sort of environment.
Well, he's like an all-American pro wrestler. Like, he did graduate from wrestling school or whatever.
I'm not Kenny Omega.
I'm not saying he's on a level of Kurt Angle or Brock Lesnar, like, but I'm sure the guy can go.
I'd like to see it. Would I give him more of a chance than Seth Rollins against Dad? Absolutely.
No.
That doesn't mean much though. Would I give him more of a chance than Johnny Monroe against KSI? I don't know. I think Johnny Nitro could beat KSI.
Well, I don't know about that. Like, I think Ziggler can go to a reasonable extent, but I mean, on what planet does he think he can step into the octagon and beat Conor McGregor? I get it, the size difference is pretty big. I mean, Ziggler would have that advantage. I mean, that he would need to turn that into an advantage because
Ziggler's not massive. Like, he's bigger than McGregor, but it's not like he's, you know.
Listen, body weight means a lot. You don't need to be built like Brock Lesnar, right? Even having 15, 20 pounds on a guy can do serious damage.
Aye, but in the octagon.
Aye.
Different boxing, like, but I'm on about the octagon.
I'm on about the octagon.
I think McGregor would beat him.
Yeah, no shit, but for you to suggest that he's not that much bigger is ridiculous. Dolph Ziggler's way bigger than Conor McGregor.
Yes, but I'm talking compared to, like, Lesnar. Not that many people's on Lesnar's level, but like more of a heavyweight.
Well, there you go. You always do that kind of shit. You downplay Ziggler because he's not a massive guy in WWE. We're talking about the size difference between Conor McGregor and Dolph Ziggler's actually pretty massive. Just because he's not Brock Lesnar doesn't mean shit. But do you seriously think they would even allow Brock to face Conor McGregor?
No, he'd kill him. He'd fucking rip him off. Like
and I'd kind of like to see it, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, let's pretend they're the same size so they face each other then.
Aye,
body weight doesn't matter.
Just say you identify as a big man or a small man or whatever. Look, I'm not
biggest little man.
I'm not saying Ziggler would beat him in the octagon. I don't think he would. But the size difference, I think, would at least, if Ziggler's got any sort of ability. I mean, hold on. If CM Punk can step in, right, and last 2 minutes with Mickey Gall, Dolph Ziggler has a size advantage. Why can't he step in? Why can't Dolph Ziggler, if he's as good as he thinks he is, Why can't he step in
instead of being a mid-card, well, I say mid-card, instead of being a jobber for the past, 8 years, Dolph, step into the octagon and put your money where your mouth is, big man.
But then Ziggler then goes to say, and plus I think Ziggler would beat Conor McGregor in a boxing match. I've not seen Ziggler fight, but we've seen Conor McGregor fight, and people that actually believe he had a chance of beating Mayweather, he couldn't even fucking throw a proper punch, and people think that Mayweather was on the ropes. Mayweather made that fight go 10 rounds. Wouldn't you think it would have looked good if Mayweather went in there, beat him in 10 seconds? You imagine the criticism he would have been on the end of? People would have been furious. No, it was a big, massive spectacle. Mayweather knew what he was doing. He wanted that fight to go long. He wanted to drag it as long as possible, but to make sure that he finished it, and that's what he done. So, yeah, no, I mean, I think Ziggler could maybe win in a boxing fight, but the fact that Ziggler says it should be best of 3 and then end it at WrestleMania, doesn't that mean that he's basically saying that the fight should be staged?
Yeah, I know. It goes for legit to WrestleMania.
But the fact he thinks it's a best of 3 with end at Mania means that he needs to share the first 2 fights 1-1. So what's he saying? We'll have a box, or is he just assuming that he's going to get his ass kicked in the octagon and then beat him in a boxing match?
I think it's just, there's been a few wrestling, boxing promos this week. I need to get my act in here.
Wait, so you think Dolph Ziggler has no intention of fighting him?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you think he's just going to...
Same with that dad guy. Does he think Seth Rollins is going to come in? Seth Rollins get battered by some fan.
It wouldn't be a good look for... Well, I mean, you used to get fired back in the day for that. McMahon said if you lost a fight, you were done.
That's what should have happened.
And that was in bars where maybe only a couple of people seen it. You didn't have camera phones back then. I mean, that would have been maybe just eyewitnesses seeing it. And there would have been, barely any coverage. Because, you didn't have phones, cameras, etc. Yet McMahon was still going to fire you on, word of ear.
Exactly. Here's Seth Rollins doing what he wants to do, man.
Yeah,
Joke.
People think that WWE wrestlers are going to go into national TV and live pay-per-view or whatever and get their ass whipped.
Come on.
It wouldn't be a good look.
No, of course it wouldn't.
Imagine Roman Reigns getting into... Imagine Logan Paul saying to Reigns, yeah, I faced you at your game. Let you have a match for me now, boxing match. Then Logan Paul beats the fucking head clean off Roman Reigns.
Be awful.
And he's not even a legit boxer himself, but he would, let's be real. Logan Paul, I think, would smash Roman Reigns.
Of course, yeah, he would, aye.
How bad would that make Roman Reigns look? 3-year title reign? Gets beat up by Logan Paul?
Didn't the river. Because Logan Paul did what he wanted to, bro.
Aye, I don't know. Will Ziggler face him? I guess I'd rather see Ziggler versus McGregor than see Ziggler.
If anyone for WWE, right, is going to face McGregor, it's going to have to be someone a bit more name value than Dolph Ziggler.
Is it though?
I think so.
Well, I think for it to happen, they need to quit WWE.
Well, yeah.
I don't see how they fight Conor McGregor in a real fight.
Honestly, I would put this up there with Benoit coming back. There's no chance this happens.
I got far this could possibly happen. Benoit
There's
coming
no chance
back.
of Benoit coming back and fighting McGregor and Dolph.
Tell you what, I think Benoit would beat McGregor.
Prime Benoit. Of course
Aye.
he would. Fucking rock him in the crossface, tie him in a knot, man, and send him to the fucking weightlifting machine.
Hey guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Let us know your thoughts down below. I would rather see Ziggler in a real fight against McGregor than see him lose to phony Mustafa Ali in a 2-minute match on Raw.
But guess what? He had a 20-minute match against that guy on Main Event. What's his name? Tyler Bate.
Wow, okay.
They were chanting "This is awesome" during Main Event.
I wouldn't even know how you watch Main Event.
I know.
What fucking channel's it on?
I know.
What day is it on?
I don't know. It's on the 8th day of the week, we don't know.
You can keep it. Until next time. Peace.